Hello. I'm here with another jewelry bag. If you haven't seen my other videos, you can go back and watch them. They are long, but they are fun to see what I get in these bags. My name is Melissa. I've been collecting jewelry for many years, since I was a little kid. I've been buying these bags for a couple years on and off. For the last few weeks, I've been recording them so I can kind of share with people. I saw a few of these videos online myself. I thought it was interesting, so I thought it would be fun to share to see if we find anything really good in here. So usually what I do is I open these up, I pull out what I can. Then once I get really frustrated with all the tangles, I will stop recording. I'll set everything out on the counter. I'll show you everything laid out on the counter, and then I'll bring each little group over and look at the pieces individually. So, let's start in on this bag. This bag was $89.99, so it was not cheap. It does have a good weight to it. I saw a few things in here that looked interesting. There's these nice tiger eye beads. I saw this little turquoise earring. I don't think the other will be in there, but it looks like a really nice piece of turquoise. I don't know if I saw any silver or gold. I don't think that's silver, but yeah, there may be something in here. We'll have to see. A lot of these, a lot of the little bits you find, you can't necessarily see in the bag, but I think there's enough here volume-wise that I could probably make up that $89. Hello, Jack. Hello, Jack. Okay, that's Jack. He's interested in what we're doing, so okay, yeah, let's not knock that over. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to open this peacefully. Okay, let's see what we have in here. Let's see if I don't think I can pull those out quite yet, so let's see. Let's open this up and pretend that Jack is not there. Okay. Well, this is really cute. This is like a winter-themed charm bracelet, like a little stretch. A stretch on it looks good. Okay, we're gonna have to move you, Jack. You're like half of the screen, buddy. Yeah, I know. You're very cute. Really? Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Over here now. Okay. Okay. Okay, he's right here. He's good. Okay, this is, oh, that's really cute. This is a really cute winter charm bracelet. So that, I don't know, I may sell that online. It is pretty good shape. You know, we are getting into fall here. It's September right now. So I don't know if I will sell that online or at the antique mall. Actually, it is missing a jewel. I might just end up selling that cheaper at the antique mall then. So yeah, I do sell online. I probably put the links in the description of the video. I sell online, and I have a booth at the antique mall. I have an open, well, not a booth, but a case. I have an open case and a closed case, and I will sell things in those cases too. Okay, so this looks really interesting. I'm sure this is not gold. I'm sure this is, you know, just gold tone, gold plated, but it does have what looks like maybe agate or some kind of onyx or some kind of a stone. Oh yeah, and it's not too tangled up. I don't see a clasp that will let me, I wonder if one of these is a clasp. I don't see a clasp that will let me untangle it from this other piece yet, but that is really cool. That is really cool. It looks maybe a Chinese or some kind of Asian design on there. But again, I don't see a clasp, so I assume it goes over the head. Or one of these is a clasp, but I'm not seeing it. Okay. Okay, well that's kind of cool. Hopefully I can get it out. A stretch bracelet with some glass beads. A bangle, which, I don't think it's silver. Well, it's not magnetic, but I don't see a mark. It looks silver plated because it does have a slight tarnish to it. Let's see, here we have a memory wire piece. Now, memory wire is this kind of wire that will kind of retwist itself even when you pull it out of shape, and it'll kind of go back to itself. It's good because you can adjust it to most any size. You could even wear this like as a choker if you wanted to, you know, stretch it out around your neck or something. You could do that. So you could make it bigger if you wanted. So that's a fun piece, and those are all nice glass beads on it. Okay, let's see what else is. This is a nice, okay, so we have this pretty graduated faux pearl necklace. So yeah, these are just plastic pearls. They're not natural pearls. I'm not sure if they're plastic or glass, but they're definitely like painted. Sometimes you will have fine metal on these clasps. Just a second, let me grab my magnifier went. There is most definitely a mark in there, though. I can see something on this side. I don't know where my magnifier went. I'm not ready. Okay, well, I will look at that after I lay these out and let you know, because I can definitely see some kind of marking in there. So, like I said, even with faux pearls, sometimes there will be silver or even a gold clasp on a faux pearl strand. So it is definitely worth checking those clasps. Okay, that's not a bad set, though. Not a bad necklace. Okay, let's see here. All right, we have some wooden beads with a little barrel clasp. Okay. Okay, looks like we have this. This looks probably like, you know, kind of home crafted. It looks like it might be, I don't know if it's missing beads or just, you know, it's a strange length. I guess it could be a choker. I don't know. That'll probably end up in the craft lot. It does have this broken clasp, and then this space with no beads. So I'll probably end up putting that in the craft lot. Okay, let's see what this is. Yeah, in this Goodwill, they tend to have things that are in little bags separately. I'm not sure why, but they do that, which is very nice sometimes, especially if it's something that tangles. Natural wood. So we have wood, we have glass, we have plastic, and we have this little metal mesh stretchy. So this is just a little stretchy set. Looks like it was originally $13.99 US. I may search that UPC code to see if I can figure out where it's sold or anything like that. But a little set like this, you know, since it still has its tag brand new, I'll probably put this up online. Okay, let's see what else is in here. These single, oh, that's fun. That plastic one. Well, we have a lot of little single earrings. Let's see if we can match any of those up. Still can't quite get this guy loose. Let's see if we can get this one out. Okay. Well, this is missing a clasp, but that's an easy enough fix. This is kind of a mesh. I guess this is a necklace. It's like maybe a 16-inch. Maybe I'll put a little extender on that so it can, you know, adjust size-wise. But yeah, that's just a little mesh twist necklace. Let's see what else. Yes, and there's another cat. That is Dusty. Dusty? Hi, Dusty. Yes, please, please, please give us light and space. Okay, buddy. Okay, and this is just a cute little beaded bracelet that just has a really simple little wire clasp. It's all wire construction. That's cute. I'll probably end up putting that at the antique mall. There's a little single earring. Oh, what is this? Okay. Okay, so that's two parts. Okay, so this cloth is kind of worn. You can see it has what they call pilling when you get cloth that has these little lint balls stuck to it. So I'll probably nix this cloth part and maybe put this on something else. This is a little costume pendant. It does have GB. I don't think that's Gianni Bernini. This is not that good of a quality. So anyway, I do have this this pendant. So it has a nice little Rondelle rhinestone. So I'll probably do something with that, but I'll probably get rid of the cloth element on that. Ooh, this looks old. Ooh. Okay, so that is not turquoise, but that is an older faux turquoise. Wow. Maybe I need to feed them. Anyway, that's an older, like, faux turquoise glass cabochon. And this does look like an older pin setting. I don't know if that's silver or something. I don't know. It doesn't quite look like the quality of silver. It's a little bent up, and I'm not sure what this red stuff is. If this is like something that was originally painted on it, or if it was cleaned, or just got in something. It almost looks like silver, though. Oh, this is really interesting. I did not see this from outside the bag either. But this, like I said, this is definitely not turquoise. That's definitely a glass faux turquoise, but an older kind. That is really interesting. Might be silver. It does have that kind of smell to it. This will definitely need some more testing and looking at. That is kind of a fun looking piece though, regardless. Okay, interesting. And here is this. Oh, it does have a button, so that's why it's not stretchy. I kind of like that better. Yeah, so that is wooden beads. Little tiny wooden beads. That's cute. Let's see here. Can I get anything else out? Here we go. Here is a shell necklace. So these are shell discs. So this isn't like, it doesn't look like it's old. Like it's not like a heshy or something. This is just little shell discs and then these little shell pieces there. So that's cute. Those ones do sell. I've sold a couple of those at the antique mall. I think I've sold a couple online too. Let's see if what else we can pull out. Okay, these are all kind of tangled. There's a single earring. There is, oh, it looks like a little bracelet, a very just simple little cord. Ooh, not this. I don't know. Oh, it's missing a big stone, but I want this out. Okay. Okay, so this is a rhinestone piece, and unfortunately it looks like it's missing a big old stone in there. So I'll have to see if I can find a big old stone to put in there. Then maybe put it up the antique mall. I mean, I don't think, oh, a hair of some person I can clone now. I don't see a brand. It's definitely not fine metal. But it's really pretty design. It just needs that center stone though. If I can get something that matches that, that'll be a pretty like costume piece. Okay, let's see what else is in here. A very worn, I bet this is a mood ring. Yeah, it's getting a little blue there. I don't know what that means. But anyways, it's very worn, so that'll probably just go in the craft lot. Just a regular bangle. And then we have this guy. Oh, good. This guy's free. This is wrapped. I'm not sure in some kind of paper or something. But we have some big clear acrylic beads on one side. And then that chain with the wrapped element on the other side. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so we have a chain attached to a leather cord. And this one has a Michael Kors name tag. I don't know if this is really Michael Kors or not, though. I'll have to look and see, but I'm assuming this is a wrap bracelet. You would probably wrap around twice and then clip on like that. So I don't know if this is genuine or not. We'll see. And there, of course, is Jack again, making another appearance. Oh my God, can you not be on the computer, please? Thank you. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, good boy. Okay, let's see then. This will definitely be enough tangles to have to stop in a bit, but let's see what we can find in the next few minutes. Okay, here's a nice little faux pearl ring. I don't see any marks for like a designer on it, but it's cute. There are a couple. Oh, good. I think these both have pairs now. Well, nope, that one's not. That one looks like a pair. It's very worn though, so that'll probably go in the craft lot. Here's a little stretchy bead bracelet. Let's get these ones out of the way. There is that very pretty turquoise earring. I don't know what mine that is. Don't think this guy is marked, but that is of very nice quality. You can see it has that wire work inside the layers, and then these little saw lines outside. So that's nice quality. If I don't find the other one, I probably wouldn't. I may just hold on to it. I may take the turquoise out and use it in some kind of project of my own. But regardless, I don't know. I may keep that. I don't think I want to take the turquoise out because this is such a nice setting someone made. So I don't know. I could try and bend that around and make it a pendant or something. I don't know. But that's a nice little piece of turquoise anyway. Okay, here's another gold football. 20. I think that looks like it says it's gold filled. It's not super heavy. Interesting. And it has the date 1952 on it. A and an initial A. So I don't know what that is. Probably for a charm bracelet. Okay, another single earring. Here is some big plastic chunky beads on it. It's kind of stretched out. And I had some of these in my last lot where we have these little religious medals on a stretch bracelet with some smaller beads. This one looks like it has little evil eye beads on it. Oh, and here is an earring. Okay. And these beads feel fairly heavy. So a metal bead stretch bracelet with some very interesting shapes of beads on it. And a little heart tag, which I don't see any name to it or anything. But those have a good weight to them. Oh, this is an earring. A couple of earrings actually stuck together. That. And this one. Which has a name. I think that says Disney. Just a second, I'm going to find my magnifier. Okay, so it was right behind me, so. Monet. I don't know why I thought it said Disney, but it says Monet. Okay, and there's another little stud. Oh, that's just a big earring. It's very frequent that I see something I think is going to be a bracelet and it ends up just being a big old earring. So, and that's broken too. So that's probably going to end up in the craft lot. But, I mean, that could be a bracelet. It totally could. Okay, and what do we have in this little baggie? We have some cross earrings. I'm going to rip that open. Or not. Man, there we go. Okay, I don't think these are silver or anything. I'll probably put those on a card at the antique mall for a few bucks, but those are pretty cute. Okay, let's see what's in this little bag. A bag within a bag. Oh my. Okay, so this is just a whole bunch of earrings I poured out. Looks like they're all paired up though. These are a pair. This is a pair. This is a pair. Oh, cool. So these are all paired up. Those little horses are cute. Oh, wow. So this is a lot of pairs of earrings. I don't know if any of these are like gold or anything. I may have to check on some of these. I think most of these are just little costume earrings, but they're very cute. Oh, that one's money. Little dolphin. Little drop shapes. Butterfly. So, yeah, okay, so these are fun, and these are something, yeah, I will probably put at the antique mall. If I find a gold or silver, or if I find something that is, you know, a designer brand, I might put it up online, but for the most part, I'll probably group these into 2s or 3s and put them up at the antique mall. But it's nice that they were all paired together and put in this bag for me, so that's good. I like when they do that. Ooh, let's see what this is. This is Premier Designs. Once you start doing these jewelry bags, you'll recognize some of these brands like this, Premier Designs, Leah Sophia, but you'll recognize some of these that are the multi-level marketing type of brands. So that is the Premier Designs logo. It's a little crown, like a little seal with a crown on top. So, I mean, that's not bad. It's not like silver or anything, but I'll probably put that on a quarter chain and put that on mine. Okay, so okay, well, let's see if there's anything else I can. Oh, what's this? This is Telluride. I assume that's for Telluride, Colorado, or maybe there's a brand called Telluride. Oh. Okay, let's see what this is. This looks like it is missing pieces. That's too bad. It's missing one of these big peach rhinestones. Looks like it's just missing the one, but it is a nice, like, older style kind of rhinestone statement necklace. So I'm not sure if I'll put that in the junk pile. I mean, and it doesn't look like it's genuinely old. It does have kind of a newer clasp on it, which, you know, doesn't necessarily mean the age, because you can always switch that out. It does have a bit of wear on the back. So I don't know if that'll end up in the craft junk pile or what. I'm not sure. It's too bad it is missing that stone. Otherwise, I'd just sell it. Oh, good. Look. Now I have 2 of the Monet earrings, so that's nice. Okay. Random little bits of things. Earring, just a little costume band ring. That's kind of a pretty little costume rhinestone earring. Little stretch bracelet with, I believe that's howlite. That white stone with kind of the gray matrix in it. That's usually howlite. You see, they'll use that a lot to dye to make it look like turquoise or other stones. A very worn arrow ring. A nice little rhinestone stud. See if there's anything else I can get loose from this. Here is this bracelet. I don't think that is silver. I'm pretty sure that is probably just pot metal. I don't think it was magnetic. No. Okay. So yep, that's just a little cuff bracelet. Little bead bracelet says Belize, so a little tourist item. Let's see. Is that the same as that? Nope, those are different. Okay. This Lauren Conrad. I am not familiar with that, in probably some department store brand. That is a cute little necklace though. Looks like little mountain peaks. $14 at Kohl's. So yeah, a department store kind of brand. And then there are the last 2. I see that a lot where I'll have one of these multi-card ones with 1 or 2, you know, pairs left on it. So, but those are cute little keys earrings. Let's see here. Can I get this guy loose? I don't think so. Maybe. Oh man, it is close, but I don't know. Oh yes, I got it. Okay, so let's see here. These are pink and gold and red seed beads. Oh, okay. And that's gonna lay out kind of like that, and that's kind of pretty. It's got a little wear to the metal parts, but otherwise that's a pretty bead necklace. Okay. I don't think that's gold. It's a thinner chain. It is broken. That'll probably just be in the craft lot. Okay, here is a ring. I don't think that's gold or anything. That looks pretty costumey, but it has a little moon symbol on it. Okay, if we can get this Okay, and here's what I was talking about, that howlite. This is what blue howlite looks like. This is howlite, which has been dyed to look like turquoise, but it is not turquoise. It is a cute little necklace, though, with a little feather, so that's cute. What's this? Oh, yeah, it's just a little gold tone chain necklace. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh. Okay, so here is a little, what do they call this? Like, it's kind of like a curved bar sort of necklace. I don't remember what that brand is. If that brand has a name, it has a little, like a, what do you call it? Quadrifoil looking symbol. So I don't know if that's a known brand or what. It does look like it is missing. Or I don't know if, yeah, it's probably missing these, because it has them on the other side, so it has some empty ones. So that'll probably just end up in the craft lot, unless it's something real special. I don't think it is. So. Anyway, it's pretty though. It would be pretty if it had all its parts. Let's see here. Huh. Let's see. Oh, here's something. Here is a barrette, which appears to be pewter. Ooh, I don't know if I want to try and bend that back in place. Yeah, so, I mean, this back is going to be just like regular steel or whatever, but it does look like the decorative part with the butterflies is a nice pewter barrette. That is a super cute earring. I hope I find the other one, the little enamel cat. This is also a really cute earring. It looks like a hummingbird in enamel. That is cool. Huh. Okay, that's a really cool little earring. I hope I find the other one. I'm finding a lot of cool single earrings in here. Here's another single earring, and again, that is going to be howlite right there, not turquoise. Here is a cord with 3 little baseballs. So, yeah, okay. And then this looks like, I assume this is a bracelet, you know, with just beads and then this little metal closure. It's on a type of memory wire to kind of keep it shaped. Here is a corded kind of bracelet. Let's see what else can we get out of here. Anything can come loose. Oh, good. Here are the tiger eye beads. So we have some very nice big chunky tiger eye beads, and then some smaller ones, and some glass beads, and a barrel clasp. So that's pretty. I'm not sure what I'll do with that. It's more single earrings. Oh, that's a pretty little one. It is worth checking these, and I will be checking all these single earrings to see if there are any that are like gold or silver or designer, because even a single can have value when it's like that. Like that is probably silver, just based on the appearance. That's very likely silver or silver plated, but I think that's silver. I don't know. We'll see. There's a little ear wire. Another earring. I don't know what these are. It's some kind of body jewelry where it has a spring on it like that, I think. Okay, are we gonna get any of these out? Oh, here we go. Here is a cute little cross. Okay. It's just a very costumey, but it's a little cross. All right. That's just a plain bangle. Now this is a bangle bracelet. I'm not sure if it's supposed to just be bare like this with the holes, or if this is something where you would use it as a base to, you know, sew something in it. Maybe sew beads onto it or some kind of design or something. I think this might be a base for that. You will find a lot of crafting supplies in these boxes. Okay. Another single earring. Okay. Just an earring. Wire. Another single earring. I wonder if that's a designer or something, or a symbol or something. I don't know. Okay, there's gotta be more stuff that can come out of here. Here is a broken bracelet, which is kind of made to look like what they call needlepoint in Native American jewelry when you have these tiny little turquoises. This thing is, of course, not that. This is totally fake. Or, yeah, this is all plastic and pot metal, which is probably why it broke. Because, yeah, that is just pot metal that broke there. So, unfortunately, this will probably just end up in the craft lot. It does have a clasp. Someone could take off and use that clasp or something. Okay. Let's see. We have little hearts on what is a cobra chain. Those were popular in the 80s. My hands are getting very dirty doing this. I don't think that says it. Let's see. That just says Korea, which makes sense. Okay. So that's just a little, probably a child's necklace given the length of that. It's pretty short. It's like 15, 16 inches. And we have these. I don't think those are gold. I will check them. Huh. Yeah, but at least they're paired up. There we go. They're up. It's like that. Nah, definitely not gold. So, yeah, those kind of lock on like that. Those are kind of cute, simple little hoop earrings, though. Okay. Okay, here's a bangle. Here is a Pura Vida. I get a lot of those. And even when they're new, they kind of have this, I don't want to say dingy, but kind of dingy look to them just because they are this kind of waxed thread. But I do usually end up selling those, so I'll keep that. This looks like a very handcrafted type of bracelet where the ends have been like crocheted and we have a coconut button made from a coconut shell. So that's cute. It does have all these loose threads though, so I don't know if maybe part of it broke off. I don't know what I'll do with that. I'll probably put it in the craft lot. That part is a little dingy there. So let's see if there's anything else we can get loose. Okay, here is a laser cut wooden octopus with a monocle. There you go. Okay. And a ring, which I don't think that is silver. That's fairly lightweight, but it's, at least the finish isn't worn on it. It's a cute little like leaf ring. And loose earring part, and loose earring. Okay, another earring with a cute little enamel dinosaur charm on it. And these three balls earrings. Okay. Yeah, lots of single earrings in this lot. I do have another bag from this store at the same time, so maybe I'll find some of them. I don't know. Oh, here I found this one. So now I have two of these. These are interesting. They're very like 80s, 90s looking. And they have like the clip onto the post. Chunky plastic bead stretch bracelet. There's a kind of a nice hoop. Lots of single earrings happening. Oh, what's this? Oh man, I want to get this out. Okay, this is interesting because this is all painted metal enamel. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so these are all metal. These are not plastic. These are all painted metal. And they all have a little rhinestone, and I don't think any of the rhinestones are missing. Is this Disney? This has a little, what looks like a little Mickey bead on it. So I'm not sure what that would be Disney-wise. I don't see a Disney tag. But I may reverse image search this online, take a picture of it, and see if I can find it online, just in case. Because that is unusual that it would have this Disney bead unless somebody made this that way. I'm going to have to see if I can research this a little more. It is very pretty regardless of if it's a brand or not. Yeah, that is cool. Okay, so that's a cool piece. Let's see if I can get anything else. Let that go on the floor. Okay, so this one really wanted to be free. Anne Klein. Okay, so this is the little Anne Klein piece. You can see the little lion face tag. And it's just a really long snake chain. Then it has this bar with rhinestones on it. But since that's a designer piece, I'll probably put that up online. All right, let's see here. Try and get some of this stuff separated. Have a little trombone earring. Another Pura Vida. Okay, sorry, we're back. I was interrupted with a phone call, but let's see here. We have a little bangle. We have this earring, which is really interesting. It's very handcrafted looking. Not sure if this back is, if this is maybe silver or nickel. But it's very handcrafted, and you can see these little tiger eyes that are set in these little hoops of copper. Then you have the brass around the side, so that's definitely a handcrafted piece. That's another single earring. So many single earrings here. What do we have? We have this little chain. Definitely a costume chain. I don't know exactly. Okay, so it has a lobster claw here, and then a different kind of lobster claw here, and then it has a magnetic clasp. So I guess you just pick whichever clasp you want to use. I don't know. I may take this down to one type of clasp and use the other clasp for something else, but okay. Then we have this. I don't know if these are, there's a certain company that makes these little kind of stretchy bead ones. Wow, that is an extra fancy tassel earring. Okay, let's see, an American flag ribbon pin and a little Ashley Bridget. I'm not familiar with that brand, but it's just a little cuff bracelet. Looks like steel. Single earring, single earring, single earring, believe. Part of a single earring, single earring. I guess that's a ring. It looks pretty worn. I don't know. It looks like it had little stones. Some of them are missing. Okay. Then we have this is another single earring. Another single earring. Ooh, here is a single earring, but I have the mate for it right here. So I have two of these. Cool. Another single earring. Another single earring, and there's just this huge tangle over here. Well, let's see here. We can kind of look at it, and then we can look at it separately. Okay, this is cute. These were popular like in the 80s. This is the little glass with the carved in the back on a cobra chain. So I'll be untangling this, and we'll be looking closer at some of these later. But that's a cute little crystal tip. Not seeing anything that super jumps out at me. I'm guessing that's a costume. Like, could be silver, but I'll have to look closer at that one. I'll look closer at all of them, honestly. I'll look closer at everything. So I'm not seeing anything that, you know, screams that it's silver or gold or anything like that, but it's really hard to tell until you get them all untangled. Part of a Lego keychain. And then some of these littler chains, those ones may end up being silver and gold. We'll see. That's a cute little owl, which I think again is a mood pendant in that case. Yeah, so what I will do is I will untangle the rest of this, and then I will lay it out, and then we can take an individual look at the rest of these pieces and see exactly what all was in that bag. So That Sarah Coventry, that's a nice little, needs cleaning. It's a nice little pendant though. And I don't think this is gold, this guy. Nah, it's just a little gold tone, but it's actually a nice little gold tone chain. But you can definitely tell because of like how this is attached. This is not going to happen if you have an actual gold chain. You're not going to have like this little pinch connector at the end. So, okay, so I will take a closer look and then lay everything out, and we can take a look at everything. All right, I'll see you in a few. For you, for me, it'll be like a while. All right, so I've laid out everything from that jewelry bag on the counter. Again, the cost of this bag was $89, so it was not cheap. But as you can see, I got a lot of pieces of jewelry out of there, a lot. There were many necklaces and a few bracelets and a lot of earrings, a lot of these little studs, and a lot of single earrings. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take little groups of these over to the table and take a closer look at some of these pieces. All right, so let's take a look at the bracelets that were in that jewelry bag. Okay, firstly, we have this memory wire, which has different colors of yellow and brown kind of glass beads on it. The fun thing about memory wire is you can wear it in different sizes. If you wanted to wear this as a choker, you could. If you want to wear it wrapped around it as a bracelet, you could. And it'll generally go back into whatever shape it was made in. So that's fun. I don't know if I'll sell that online. I might put it at the antique mall, but I'll probably sell that online. Okay, let's see. Then we have this, which is just a very nice, simple seed bead bracelet made from wire with a little handmade hook. That's kind of cute. I'll probably put that at the antique mall. And another seed bead piece is, of course, this Belize souvenir bracelet. I've done a bit of bead looming myself, so it's always nice to see. You know, this is not particularly valuable, but I always enjoy the craft of some nicely beaded pieces. Okay, let's see. This, of course, is the super cute little winter stretch charm bracelet. It has good stretch. It has really cute little charms on it, snowmen and snowflakes. I'll probably put this one online, especially since it is September here and the holidays are kind of coming up, so I think that'll be a nice piece to put online. Let's see, this also I'll put online, especially because it still has a tag on it. You know, these are all nice little stretch bracelets. We have metal, we have glass beads, we have plastic beads, we have wood beads. We have a nice variety and nice little color match here. So that'll definitely be something I'll put on, you know, eBay. Let's see what else. This one I keep thinking is a stretch bracelet, but it's not. It actually has a snap. It looks like it's a hand sewn on there. So it's pretty though. So it's not a bad little piece. I'll probably end up putting that up at the antique mall. And we have 4 Pura Vida bracelets. And this is a company that makes these little waxed thread bracelets. So we have 3 in different colors that are like these multi-strands. Then we have this one that has what looks like a little lotus flower charm. So I'll probably put these online. I have sold a few of this brand before, so I know there is definitely a market out there for it. And we have 3 not quite the same sunflower cord bracelets. That one's a little dirty, but yeah, I mean, the charm on this one is a little different. These 2 look like they have the same little charm. They're made a little differently, so I don't know. I'll probably end up putting those on a card at the antique mall and just, you know, selling those pretty inexpensively. Let's see. Then we have this guy, this Michael Kors. I think this is probably a genuine Michael Kors. It is a pretty good quality. This is nice quality leather. It is real leather. I did see a couple of these online that look very similar. It is worn. It does have a little bit of like scratching on this from being worn. So it's not like it's in pristine shape, but I'll probably end up putting that online. Okay, let's see. We have this, which I really don't want another bead breaking incident, so I won't stretch it, but the stretch on this is very, very weak. This thread is on its last legs. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, these are just little plastic beads. I'll probably just put this in the craft lot. And this is another stretch bead bracelet with large plastic beads. And again, this is not stretching well. It's not going back very well. It's kind of hard to stretch. So that, again, that looks like it's on its last legs. I may restring this one and sell it though, because you know those are kind of fun, big, clear, colored beads, and you know that's not a bad style to try and sell. I don't know, this one looks like, I don't know if it's supposed to be crackled like that. I don't think so. I think it's just the plastic degrading. Anyway. Alright, then we have these two cuff bracelets. This is Ashley Bridget. I think this is probably a steel. Yeah, that's definitely magnetic. I think that's a steel bracelet. It's not bad. I'll probably put this one up online. It's very kind of classic style, very simple but elegant style. I like that one. This looks like it might try to be silver, but I don't think that is silver. It's not particularly, you know, well made. It has gaps here and there, so I mean it's not a bad, you know, costume piece though. So I'll probably put that up at the antique mall. Let's see, this is another kind of handcrafted piece. Unfortunately, it looks like it's lost a few beads. We have this like hand crocheted clasp with a coconut shell bead and then a bunch of purple seed beads. I'm not sure what I'll do with that, if I'll try and fix it up a little. This is a little dingy. I might wash that. I don't know what I'll do with that. And then we have this, which is like a rubber. I don't know if that is a symbol, that little mark on that bead. Oh yeah, there's one on this black bead too. Looks like kind of like an eye. So that might be a brand name. I'll have to look and see if I can find anything about that out. Just stretches to go on, but it's not bad. Okay, let's see what else. We have this, which is kind of loose. It's just a little wood bead stretch bracelet. The beads do have this cute little design on them. That'll probably end up in the craft lot though, because it is really stretched out. Okay, and this, which is, it looks like it's trying to be like needlepoint, which you'll see in like Zuni Native American work, where you have these thin little turquoise set in. But this obviously isn't that. This is pot metal, which is basically just kind of an alloy of metal that ends up being kind of this hard metal that does tend to break, like this has broken. You can see that it's broken there, so that's kind of what happens with some of those. Actually, it looks like that was part of a bead chain that broke. Anyway, this is, it's not like silver or anything, so this will probably end up in the craft lot as well. I don't really think there's a way for me to repair that without at least considerable effort, but that's too bad. I mean, it's not, even though it's not genuine, it is a nice cute little bracelet. Okay, let's see what else. Here we just have a bead stretch bracelet. It looks like we have these little, I don't know if they're glass or plastic. I think these are gold glass beads, and then howlite, which is this white stone with little gray bits, gray matrix in it. This is something you'll often see. These will be dyed blue to imitate turquoise, but you know, that's just a little stone stretch bracelet, so that's cute. And here is another stretch bracelet. These are glass. We have these long glass yellow pieces, and then all these little blue ones. This is also a bit stretched out. I may just restring that one. That wouldn't be too much effort. Oh, and then we have this, which is little wooden discs. We have this guy, which has the little evil eye beads, and then some, it's called cat eye glass when it kind of shimmers like that. The green cat eye glass, and it has this little religious medal. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to be. Okay. Here is another evil eye bracelet, which has a little metal token in the middle, and then glass beads, and then a little drawstring. So that's not bad. That's something, I'll probably put that at the antique mall. Probably, you know, cut a little card it can be displayed on properly. And here is 3 baseballs on a cord. Are those baseball? I guess those are baseballs, even though they're yellow. Yeah. Okay, and then we have this. It's just a very simple, very tightly woven light blue string bracelet. What other? We have another string bracelet here. This one has a clasp. I don't see any name or anything. It just has this small kind of curved bar bead on it. Then we have this one, which has several strands and charms, a little sun and a little sea turtle. Then we have this, which it says made with love. And this looks like something someone probably crafted. They, you know, they probably got these beads at like a craft store or bead store and put them together and maybe sold these or gifted them to friends rather than being, you know, a commercial entity. Those are dyed howlite, like I was speaking about earlier, so that's not real turquoise, but that is a cute little bracelet. Then we have this one, which has a little tree charm on it, and then it has these beads. I'm not sure exactly what stone those are. Anyway, they're nicely woven in there, and it's not a bad little bracelet, so. All right, then we have this, which I don't see a name. This does have a slight bit of wear. We have this one little charm bead and a heart, and then we have all these little like pointy charms and things on it. It's not bad. Okay, so let's see. And then we have all the bangles. This just has a little hand. That one's a little worn, so that'll probably end up in the craft lot. This is a bangle where it's just like a piece of memory wire with seed beads on it, so that's all right. And we have, you know, just the regular assortment of thin bangles. You see so many thin bangles in these sets. It is good to watch out to see if any of these maybe have a brand name or seem like they might be precious metals. Yeah, I don't think any of these are precious metals, but for the most part, these I will group and then sell at the antique mall. So I'll put like 4 or 5 of them together and charge $1 or $2. That one's a little thicker and heavier, but I'm fairly certain it's not silver or anything. Let's see. Then we have this one, which I discussed this one I took out of the bag. I'm not sure if that is maybe something that would be for making a bangle and putting something on it with these little holes, or if that's just the design. This is kind of a cute little hammer design. And this one is, what is this? 5 layers in one, where they all just are kind of joined together. So you just put them all on at once. Yeah, that had a lot of fun getting tangled with things. So, okay, so I will go and see what group I want to bring over next. All right, so let's take a look at some of the beaded pieces that were in that lot. Here we have just this simple necklace with seed beads and a little sun charm. Might be homemade, might be just, you know, an inexpensive piece, but that's cute. Let's see what else. We have this, which I'm not sure if this is meant to be worn as a necklace, or maybe it's supposed to be wrapped around and used as like a bracelet, because it has this kind of curved feather. So I think that might be more of a bracelet. It does have these blue beads that are once again the dyed howlite. And it has a button closure like that. It's not bad though. I'll probably put that up at the antique mall. Let's see. We have what looks like some vintage plastic beads with little wood beads in between. So that's a cute necklace. We have one of these. These are the bane of jewelry bags, and they get twisted on everything. This one has what look like cut glass pink beads with little shell, like mother of pearl discs that have been dyed or painted pink as well. It's not bad once it's been untwisted from everything. Yeah, I'm not sure. I might sell that online. We'll see. Speaking of mother of pearl, we have this piece which does not have any brand tag on it, but it is pretty good quality. It has these cut glass crystal and mother of pearl beads, and it is knotted in between each one, which, you know, takes considerable effort. So that's a rather nice piece. I'm kind of surprised it doesn't have any brand name on it, but that's nice. I'll probably sell that one up online. And then we have this, which looks like it would be shell or wood or something, but all of these are actually just plastic. So yeah, these are all just little plastic beads, kind of made to look like a Heshy necklace or something, but okay. This, which is marked, I think this was Claire's. It is very worn on the clasp. I'm not entirely sure if that's how this is supposed to be worn. I don't see anything that would hook onto this unless maybe it's missing something. So I'm not sure. Maybe this was part of something. Even the little faux pearls here, the little plastic faux pearls are kind of worn. So that's probably just going to go in the craft lot. Now these are some really pretty tiger eye beads. I don't know, I may keep this. I may sell it. I'm not sure. These are some nice stone beads though, and they have a nice pretty design to them. Okay, it just has this little barrel clasp and a few glass beads up here at the tip. Those are pretty though. This is these are just little wooden discs and a barrel clasp. So yeah, I will probably put that at the antique mall. Okay, then we have this, which is shell discs. It's not like real, like Native American Heshy beads or anything like that. These are all just probably machine made. Then you have these little chips to make the design at the bottom. It's very kind of a surfer type of jewelry, but it's pretty. And these do sell. I've sold a couple of these at the antique mall, and I've sold these online a time or two as well. I'll probably put it up online. Now this, it has a broken clasp, and for some reason it has an inch here with no beads. I don't know if this was a necklace. It's kind of short. It could be like a choker. I might check and see if that little leaf might be silver. But otherwise, because it's broken, it's a little short for anything. It'll probably end up in the craft lot. Then I have these, and there is one broken bead on here. So yeah, these are a hardwood on a very elastic cord with a cute little knot on there. All right, and then we have this big one. Lots of pink and red seed beads. There's some bugle beads up here, and then these little gold plastic beads. But that's a nice piece, and that'll display pretty nicely. So I'll probably put that online. Then we have another large kind of pink seed bead piece. It needs to hang a little so that those can get back into shape. But that's another nice piece that I'll probably end up putting online. And then we have these, which are faux pearls. These are not real. These are not freshwater. It does have a clasp that is marked silver, which I will, of course, test. So I believe these are just a nicer set of faux pearls. So I'll probably end up putting those online, too. And then this thing, I have no idea what this is. I lost part of it. It's done that a couple times, but I don't think it's a necklace. It has no other end to connect to. And this is a piece of mother of pearl of shell with what appears to be, I don't know if that's a pansy or some kind of flower that has been adhered to it and, you know, put in resin. But I'm not sure what this piece was for, if it hung off of something or if it was part of some larger piece. I don't know exactly, but this will probably end up in the craft lot since there are a lot of nice little tiger eye and mother of pearl chip beads on it. Then I have this, which are some really nice glass cut beads and what look like probably some kind of agate stone beads. And this has a tag that says MV, and I'm not familiar with what that is. That does look like a silver clasp. I think that's mark 925. So I will test that and see if I can find anything else about MV and find, you know, if there's a maker on that. I'll go get some more and we can look at some more necklaces from this lot. Alright, so let's take a look at more of the necklaces from this bag. There's, of course, this one we looked at a little earlier with the painted metal, like, flower or snowflake design. Possibly Disney. I haven't really looked this up. I see I wanna figure out if this is, like, Disney related because it has those little Mickey beads. It does not have a Disney tag, but that could have fallen off, so it's a pretty necklace anyway, so. Okay, so I'll research that one a little more. Let's see. We have this piece, this Express, which is of course a mall clothing brand. But this is pretty once it's all unwound from everything. It has these little metal flowers. It definitely has a look of silver. It's definitely not silver, but that is a pretty necklace. I'll probably put that one up online. All right. Then we have this one, which has these little like plastic sequin discs and then these little black plastic drop beads. I don't see a brand on this. It's not like a super designer or expensive. It doesn't have that feel to it, but it's a pretty enough necklace. I'll probably list that one online too. And this one, I don't see a brand name or tag on this. It does feel like it's more of a designer type. It looks like it's a knot, you know, a mess of knots, but I believe this is just the design of it. I might do a photo search and see if I can find it online. And there was this one we looked at earlier that is missing some pieces, so this is probably going to go in the craft lot, which it's unfortunate because it is really cute, but without those pieces, not really too much I can do with it. I think it'd be better just to park this out to other things. I mean, someone could take this curved area and, you know, attach their own design to it, and that might be kind of nice. All right, this has a lot of little fun different types of charms on it. It has a little locket here, and it has little crocheted pieces and different sorts of beads. It has a AE, that's American Eagle, I believe. So that's a name brand. I don't know what I'll do with this. Some of these crocheted pieces are a little worn, so I may list this online. I might clean it up and straighten these a little, or I may just put it in the craft lot. I haven't decided yet. And then we have this one with the very large, kind of almost like a scarf rather than a necklace. Yeah, but this is pretty beat up and worn, so I'll probably get rid of that part and put this in the craft lot, or maybe put it on something else if I have anything that big to put it on. But that's a pretty little Rondelle rhinestone. I believe Rondelle is what they're called when they kind of have that point. It's almost like they're upside down. All right, now we have this pretty statement necklace. Again, we looked at this earlier, and it is unfortunately missing a rhinestone. So, I mean, I could shorten it and take one of these off each end, and kind of save the middle part. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. It's very pretty though, so it'll either end up in the craft lot or I'll alter it to the point where it's wearable again. Okay, and this one, I thought this one, it does have a name. Gotta grab my magnifier over here. Does that say? No, that just says made in Germany. Okay, so I think they made a fair amount of these in Germany. It does have that feel, that kind of lightweight aluminum feel. So they made a lot of aluminum jewelry like this in Germany kind of after the war. Yeah, so this is pretty though. This is pretty vintage kind of statement necklace. And it looks like these are all kind of hand bent into shape. So this is pretty. So I'll probably put this one up online. Okay, so here is that one piece that I don't think there's a clasp on this. So this just goes over the head. It is just costume. So this is like probably gold plated with this little kind of Asian design. And then we have these pieces that I believe are agate. Different kinds of agate or something similar, but that's pretty though. I'll probably put that one online. All right, and then we have this guy with some big chunky plastic beads of different sorts. The big ovals, these ones which have the little kind of webbing on them, and then these ones, and then these links that have some kind of paper wrap on them. It's interesting. It's not quite my cup of tea. I don't know if I'll put that online or at the antique mall, but okay. And then we have this guy, which is really pretty. You know, not a super expensive or, you know, high quality rhinestone necklace. It's missing a stone here, which I'm sure I have a white one I can put in there, one there. But mainly it's missing this big guy. So I don't know. If I can find a big one to go in here, I will sell this. If not, I will, you know, use it for parts. But I do have a package of kind of these basic rhinestones. And these aren't particularly old or unique rhinestones. So I can just use, you know, the regular ones I have to kind of fill those out. The hard part would be getting one that size. Maybe one off of this necklace would work. It might actually be a little small. I don't know, but I'll see what I can find to fill that out. Okay, there are more necklaces to come. All right, so let's take a look at the next batch of necklaces. We have this, which is kind of a paperclip style, but also a regular link, which has a little heart, which is very dirty. Little heart locket, which I don't think, no, it doesn't have anything in it. It's pretty inexpensive, and this part, okay, that's crooked and not staying on well, so that may end up in the junk lot. It has a little tag that just has a rhinestone, so I don't think it's any particular designer piece, and it's not super great quality. Let's see, we have this one, which has, you know, big links, small links, and then a thinner chain. I think it might be missing something because it's very short, so it might be missing like an extender where you can adjust the size. And then it has a little pendant of links, I guess, to kind of match this part of the necklace. So, I don't know what I'll do with that. We have this, which is a very nicely woven seed bead. It has these matte glass beads. I think I showed this to you when I was taking it out of the bag. It's a very pretty piece. I'm not sure if I'll try and sell this online or at the antique mall, but I do really appreciate the effort that goes into making these type of pieces. Then we have this. It's kind of a round medallion. I don't know if it's supposed to represent anything specifically. It kind of reminds me of those maze pieces, but this really isn't like a maze. Judging from the metal, this looks like pewter. It is on this chain. It seems rather permanently attached. There is no clasp, so this just goes over the neck. It's kind of a cool pendant though. And it has a good thickness and weight to it. Okay, then we have this, which is like a wood slice that has this burned like bee symbol and a wire wrapped bail and a fairly nice leather cord that it's on. Yeah, so I mean, that's cute. I don't know. It doesn't have any kind of maker's mark or any brand or anything on it, but that is cute. I'll probably put that at the antique mall. Maybe. I might put it online. I might even Google search and see if, you know, that symbol shows up somewhere. Then we have this thing, and this is not the first time I've gotten one of these. It's made from this kind of, I don't know if you'd call it yarn, but this thread you can get that has little wide areas and is woven. I guess you can knit or crochet it or make it into jewelry, but it also has this clear bead, which is just like the other one of these I got. So I don't know if this is supposed to be a headband or worn around the neck or what, but boy, does this thing like to tangle with every other single thing that it even touches. So I'm going to put that out separately. Again, I'm not sure what I'll do with that. That may end up in the craft log. If it does, I will put it in its own bag. Let's see. So here we have the kind of paperclip style double chain necklace. So that's not bad. It is, again, a little short, but what is that? Probably 16 or maybe 18 on the shorter strand. Okay, and then we have this one, which is all silver rings. I don't see a brand on that. That is kind of a pretty necklace, though. So, okay, let's see. Okay, and here's a nice little designer piece. This is Anne Klein. Has the little, see if you can see the lion tag, and it says Anne Klein on it. And it's just a long snake chain. Then we have this little bar pendant with rhinestones. It's definitely good costume quality. It does have some weight to it, so that's one that'll definitely end up online. All right, we have, let's see, this is just a fairly thin kind of brassy circle pendant on a leather cord. I don't see any name brand. It feels fairly inexpensive, but it is pretty. So, and then we have a kind of lacy choker. So yeah, I'll probably end up selling that at the antique mall. I've sold a couple like these chokers there. But that is, you know, it's nice enough. It is just thread. So. Okay, and what do we have here? Okay, this does have a brand. This is Claire's, which, as most of you probably know, is a mall in the store that sells a lot of jewelry aimed toward younger generations. Not exclusively, but a lot of inexpensive stuff. So this appears to be a mood owl. It's really cute. It, of course, changes temperature, you know, changes color with temperature, just like a mood ring. So that's kind of a cute little piece. It has a little bit of wear, but it's not too bad. I might put that one up online. Okay, and here we have a nicely carved little pendant, mother of pearl material, so the inside of a shell, on just a regular like cottony cord. It's nice enough and adjustable though. That is nice carving on the pendant though. Little flower. Okay, and I think this was a it is a lanyard. It looks like it was probably 10 cents at someone's garage sale. It looks very homemade, like it's just tied in the back with a knot. It has a little ring on it, key ring on it. You can put your ID or whatever and some beads to decorate and weigh it down. So I don't know what I'll do with that. That might end up in the craft box. Okay. Then we have this. It's just, you know, it's not silver or anything. It's just a little costume piece. And this is, again, our friend dyed howlite, you know, which is, of course, howlite that is dyed a turquoisey color. And for some reason, even though turquoise doesn't really grow in crystals like this, they like to cut every type of mineral you can think of into the shape that quartz crystals grow. So, so this is a piece that's pretending to be turquoise, that's also pretending to be quartz, and it's neither of those things. It's a cute little necklace, cute little wire wrap pendant though. I'll probably put that at the antique mall. Okay, this is a really pretty piece of art glass. You'll see these a lot. Sometimes they'll have a bail put on. Sometimes they'll just twist the glass around to make a bail. But yeah, these aren't very valuable. I see them all the time, but they are just gorgeous. This is just a gorgeous piece of glass. Yeah, this one is on a fairly nice little snake chain. But yeah, I see these a lot. Like I said, they're not valuable, but they're very pretty. So that one just has a lot of sparkle to it. I don't know. I may sell this one up online. That is pretty. So I'm always tempted to keep those, but then I'd have like 50 of them. Okay. So this, I guess this is probably just either for a child or an anklet. It looks like it's not that long. It's like, I think on the big end, it would be 16 inches. On the small end, it would be like, I don't know, 12 or something. So it's very short. So it's probably either for a child or meant to be worn as an anklet. I'm betting this is probably some of that kids' jewelry from like Claire's that's made for little ones. Yeah, it's just faux pearl linked beads. So that's cute though. This has no clasp, but I have plenty of clasps I can add. And this again is just kind of inexpensive jewelry. I remember when I was, I don't know, 12 or 13, I got a set at Claire's just like this that had this, and then it had a bracelet the same type. It's like 16 inches without. So I'll probably put a clasp and then like 3 or 4 inches of chain on it that can be adjusted to. So that's not bad though. Let's see. We have this. It is plastic. It is pretty scratched up, unfortunately. And it's just a little moon charm. So that'll probably end up in the craft box. This is interesting. It is definitely kind of a home crafted piece. I don't know what this container. It's apparently made from some kind of container. But on the front, it has like a tree and this little frame with this metallic background, little beads glued. It's cute. Not sure what I should do with it though. I'll probably put it in the craft lot. Yeah. Okay. All right, and let's see. This is a little dolphin. This is probably glass. It's kind of made to look like either moonstone or opal. But that's just kind of that color of glass. It's made to look that way. That is a cute little pendant though. That may be sterling wire they used on there. I'm not sure. But it's just on a cord, and that's a cute little dolphin. Okay, let me grab some more. All right, so here's the next set of necklaces. We have a leather cord, a brown leather cord with, again, our little friend howlite. This time it is not dyed. It's natural white color, and it's just in this tiny little pendant. Let's see. We have this, which is like a stretchy necklace. I guess I should have this with the beads. These little silver beads, which I think they're just glass. And then these really pretty little amethyst beads. It seems like this is stretched out a bit. That'll probably end up in the craft lot because it is kind of stretched out like that. But those are nice beads for someone to use. All right, and we have this. It has no maker or anything. It's just kind of a simple gold link chain with these gold rings on it. And it does not look like it's actual gold of any kind. And then again, we have this guy I think we looked at earlier, which for some reason has 3 different clasps on it. It has 2 lobsters and then a magnet clasp in the middle. Yeah, so, and that is just, again, you know, costume gold, not real gold. There were several of these in this lot where it is just a long chain with no clasp. This is just the thinner silver one. And then we have this kind of thicker silver one. And again, these are just costume pieces here. And then we have this black one. It's kind of cool, but they have no clasps, so they can be, you know, layered, but they just have to go over your head. Then we have this really long silver one that looks like maybe it's a little different brand. It's a little heavier quality, but again, no clasp on it. Okay, and speaking of no clasp, we have this which has no clasp, but it does have several layers. So yeah, this is just kind of a layered piece. It has one chain and then it has what, 6 down here. So yeah, I don't know what I'll do with that. Those kind, they're kind of hard to display if they're very long like that. I may put that one like online then and just have a way to take a better picture of it than try and display it at the antique mall. And this one is marked 18 karat gold RGP, which is rolled gold plate. So that means this is plated in gold. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's plated in gold. It looks more like it's plated in rhodium. Maybe, if that. It is a cute little necklace, though, with a little teal rhinestone heart. Okay. Let's see. And this one is marked Sarah Coventry, which is a popular costume brand. I don't know if this originally came on this chain or not. I'll probably look this one up, do an image search, and see if I can find the name of the line that this is from Sarah Coventry online. Some of her pieces have a bit of value, some of them not as much. It depends. See, this is just a single pendant. I don't know if this was originally a pendant or earring or what. Probably a pendant. It seems a good match for a pendant, but I'll see if I can figure out the name of this thing. All right, and then we have this, which is that cat eye glass, which kind of does the same thing as tiger eye stone. What do they call that? Chatoyancy. I believe that's kind of the effect that you get like that. But that is the kind of glass artificial version of it. This NY New York. I've had a few from this brand. It's an okay like costume brand. This has a lot of tarnish. I'll have to see if I can clean some of that tarnish off. Okay, and then we have this cute little kind of rainbow rhinestone unicorn heart. And then it has a little charm A. I'm guessing this is something you would buy. You would get one with the charm for your initial on it. I don't see a brand name. It has a cute little dangly rhinestone end on it. I don't think this is precious metal of any kind, but it is really cute. Okay, and then we have this, which says LC, but I don't think this is Liz Claiborne. I think this is some other brand that is also LC. So this is just a really thin chain with these 3 rhinestone little beads on it. It's pretty beat. The finish is pretty worn, so I'm probably going to put that in the costume lot or in the crafting lot. Then we have 3 different best friend necklaces. These really aren't, you know, something you can kind of sell on their own. I mean, I don't think anyone wants to buy half of, I don't know, was that a mother-daughter thing? I don't know what that one, it says WRD. I don't know what that originally had on it with this little dragon-looking dude, and that was a best friends. So I'll probably end up putting these pendants in the craft lot. I may or may not take these chains and use them on something else. Like that was a Claire's. So yeah, I find these a lot. It's almost sad when you find these a lot in the jewelry jars and bags. These best friend half a heart pendants. And here is a full heart pendant that is from the Oriental Trading Company. If you're not familiar, they sell a lot of like party prizes and small plastic toys and gifts that are, you know, a lot of them are holiday themed. You'll see them at, you know, like school fairs, or people buy them and give away for parties or trick-or-treats or things. So this is fairly inexpensive. Long ball chain, just a metal heart. It's cute though. I'll probably sell it for $1 or $2 at the antique mall around Valentine's Day or something. Okay, so this is a faux pearl. It has that kind of Baroque shape like you'll see in a lot of freshwater pearls, but that is actually just plastic on this small, pretty faded chain. So, okay, now this one is marked silver. I'm not sure if those are CZ or diamonds. I say that because I actually have a somewhat similar snowflake pendant I got at Zales, which is all sterling silver, but it has diamonds and not CZs. So I may actually test the stones on this, but that is marked 925 in the back. And on the clasp, I believe it also has a mark. So I'll take a closer look at that. I may even pull out the gemstone tester and see if those are indeed diamonds. It's hard to tell for sure by looking at them. I mean, they almost look like they have enough imperfections in them that I want to say those will be diamonds, but I'll find out and let you know. This is interesting. Let's see here. This clasp, I don't see a mark on the clasp. I do not see a mark on the clasp. On the little anchor, it has rhinestones. I think they're rhinestones in the front. Then on the back, it just has an S, which might stand for silver. It definitely has the look of silver, so this is one I'm going to have to test. I do have a pair of earrings where it has very similarly set stones, in that there aren't any prongs for those. They're just kind of set in with enamel. And this, if you're able to see closely, I don't know how well you can see. Oh, there we go. Maybe. But you can kind of see these are just little rhinestones that are set with like a white enamel background. So I'll have to test this and see if it is indeed silver, because it definitely has that look to it. Okay, now we have this necklace. This did have a mark M. I think this M was made well. I think that's the brand name. I'll have to see. I know I had another piece with that kind of M on it, but I'll see if it's that or something else. What do we have on here? We have like almost a little sun or eyelash symbol, and then a little eye. Okay. But it's kind of a matte gold metal finish. All right, then we have this, which, you know, it's just fake gold plated. You can definitely tell. I mean, the chain looks pretty nice, but if you look at where the chain is joined to the clasp, you can tell it's very inexpensively made. Okay, and I have this chain. I don't know what kind of metal this is. It has no clasp. It's very magnetic, so that is just some kind of costume metal. So, I don't know, a chain like that, I may put a clasp on it and use it for a pendant if I find one. Otherwise, it can just go in the craft lot. And this guy does have a clasp on it, even though it is detached from the clasp. Now it's tangled again. Okay, so this needs to be reattached to the clasp, but the clasp is marked silver. Let's see. Yeah, this is not magnetic. Now you will notice the clasp is magnetic. That is because the little spring they use inside is a ferrous metal. That means it contains iron, and that is because it's going to be stronger and last longer than if it was made of sterling silver. So that's why sometimes you'll see something marked silver and it will be magnetic, is that there will be a tiny little piece of a stronger ferrous metal in this little spring ring clasp, so that it will, you know, won't wear out so quickly. Okay, well, let's go get the rest of the necklaces from over there. All right, so here are the rest of the necklaces from that bag, as well as a few other miscellaneous items. So this is the other LC. This is brand new, never worn. It's a really cute little mountains necklace. But it does have the same kind of LC. It looks like this was being sold for $14 at Kohl's. So because this is like new on the card, I will probably put this online for, you know, probably half or so of the retail price, if not less. Okay, let's see. Let's go through the necklaces first. This chain, this is just like a broken chain. I don't think this is gold or anything like that, no. And it is broken, so I'll probably just put that in the craft lot. This is really pretty. I don't think this is silver or anything, but it has these 3 little flowers with little blue rhinestones in the middle. So that's pretty. I'll probably sell that online. Then we have this one with the kind of rhinestone ball beads, stations. This one you have little different, you know, every so often you'll have a bead or some kind of charm or something on a necklace. Yeah, so that's a pretty cute one. That is kind of long. I'll probably end up selling that one online too. I've sold a few station necklaces like this online. And here is one that has just very thin little flowers, like a flower filigree design between these bars. I don't think, oh yeah, it has a tag. Let's see what the tag says. Avon. Okay, the tag says Avon. So yeah, that's a nice little Avon necklace, and since that is branded, I'll probably end up selling that one online. Okay, and this, what is this, Claire's? It looks like Claire's. Claire's, call it. It's a little rainbow ice cream cone on a little ball chain, so that's cute. I'll probably sell it online. Let's see, what is this one? So this is a kind of a double strand necklace. We have these little dangle beads, and then we have a single kind of solitaire rhinestone on the inner strand. Yeah, that's cute. That's probably one, again, I'll sell that, probably sell that one online. This is an interesting one. It has just 3 different chains of different lengths, and then on each one it has a small pyrite nugget bead. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what I'll do with that one. This is a cobra chain. It's pretty short. That is probably like a 16-inch, and it just has these little plastic faux pearl hearts with different colors. That to me looks like it was probably a child's necklace, probably from like the 80s when these cobra chains were popular. Then we have a little cross, which I don't think this is any kind of precious metal or anything, but that is a cute little cross. Okay, and then we have another cobra chain, which again makes me think it's like 80s, but it also has this heart. It's a little kind of crystal glass with a rose shape cut out, kind of an intaglio type of thing, where they cut the design from the back. And again, I'm thinking this is an 80s thing. These kind of crystal things were very popular. I remember as a kid, we had a kiosk in the middle of the mall that just sold all different types of jewelry like this, or little animals from cut crystals. Okay, then we have this. It's definitely costume, and it's just a little kind of starburst of rhinestones. That's cute though. That's not bad. Okay, and then we have this chain, which looks kind of like a cobra chain. It's actually a very tightly woven box chain. It's very interesting. I don't think that it's silver. Okay, the clasp definitely sticks really good, but I don't know exactly if this is silver or not. I might test this. I'm not sure if this is the original clasp or not. That is a very interesting type of chain though. Okay, and this is very worn, these little charms, so this will probably end up in the craft box, but these are all different little shapes and charms. This was a very well loved necklace, probably by a little girl. Okay, so that'll probably end up in the craft lot though, since those charms are very worn. Let's see, this has that little tag that just has a rhinestone, but no name or anything. It's just a little costume gold piece. You have kind of this chain that's made from linked pieces, and then you have what looks like a little quartz barrel and maybe some other gemstone there, but just some very petite little dangles. I'll probably put that one online too. Now this, yeah, this is just plastic. It's really pretty though. It's made to look like art glass, but it is not. But it has, it's very, I don't know, sparkly. It's made to look like it has that kind of foil glass look, but it is pretty enough. I don't know, I'll probably put that at the antique mall. But it is pretty, even though it's very, very cheap. Okay. Then we have this, which I could not find any marks. I thought this might be not gold, but maybe either like silver with gold or gold plated, but it doesn't have any marks. That does look like a pretty nice sparkly CZ. Yeah, but I couldn't find a single mark on it. I might give it another look over and see. It's decent quality costume, so it's not bad. I'm just surprised that it's not telling me that it's either silver with gold or plated or filled or something. So it's a pretty little pendant regardless. And this is a snake chain. I don't think this is gold. It has no clasp though, so I may test to see if this might be gold or vermilion, you know, silver with gold on it. Has a decent feel to it, but again, it has no clasp and there are no markings on these little ends, but those are not always marked. Usually it's on the clasp. So I'll see if that's anything. Okay, and then we have a bunch of, you know, miscellaneous things. Little pendant here. Oh, that is Premier Designs. Okay, we looked at that before. Telluride pin. This little pendant. Just costume with a little glass in it. And then we have the gold-filled football charm. So I mean that's decent. It's, you know, 1952, so that's kind of a cool old charm. I'll probably put that up online. Then we have our pewter butterfly barrette. We have this, which I am not sure if this is silver or what this is, and it has this red stuff on the back, which I don't know if that's from some cleaning or polish or was painted that way. I'm gonna test this to see what it is. This is definitely a glass cabochon that's made to look like turquoise. I'm not sure if this metal is anything. It looks very, very soft. You can see how bent up this is. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a closer look at this guy. I'll let you know if I can figure more out about that. Okay, here are, oh, here's our friend, the wooden octopus, who has a little chip on one of his legs, but that's just a little woodcut. Little pendant or whatever it happens to be. Okay, so this is a costume ring, you know, faux pearl, very kind of 80s. Doesn't quite fit well on that hand. But yeah, so that's cute. Most of these are very worn. They have a very worn finish, so they'll probably end up in the junk craft lot. This one isn't bad. It looks like silver, but it's definitely not. It's definitely too light. Again, this one, you know, it's gold colored, but that's definitely not gold. It's a little moon shape. And this one, a little starburst on. Again, not precious metal, just kind of play rings. I'll probably put these ones that are in better shape at the antique mall for $1 or $2. These ones will go in the craft lot. I may or may not sell this one up online. Okay, why don't we take a look at the mini earrings that were in this bag. All right, so let's take a look at the paired earrings that were in that lot. We have these kind of silver costume hoops. We have these little discs, which look like they have a hand-painted leaf design. I believe these are shrinky dinks, and if you don't know what those are, that is like a sheet of plastic that you can color, and then you put it in the oven and it will shrink down in size. So yeah, it looks like that's something that someone, you know, hand drew or hand painted on and then shrunk down. Okay, and we have these little cobra chain dangles with some little heart pearl beads, similar to the necklace we saw earlier, but these are a different color. Yeah, those are cute. Most of the earrings I'll probably end up selling at the antique mall, unless it's a designer brand or, you know, especially big or interesting. Here's some little hearts. That's Maurice's. I think that's kind of a mall brand. But it's, you know, the last of an earring card. Those are cute little keys, though. We have these. These I might end up selling online because they're bigger. I did not see a brand name on these. They are a very kind of unique, almost cobblestone style, though. So those are kind of pretty. Let's see. Little gold hoops. Not real gold. Little horses. Little brown metal horses. Those are cute. Most of these little cute ones I'll probably put on a card. Sometimes I'll put 2 or 3 pairs together and sell them at the antique mall. I didn't see any of these that I thought were actually gold or silver. I'll double check on them though. Little elephants. Little money symbols. Little horsies. Little butterfly, clear plastic dangles. These are Monet, so I'll probably end up putting these online. They have kind of a brown faux pearl, and then you have these little dangles with these kind of champagne colored rhinestones. We have these little dolphins, little hearts. And we have 3 colors of these same little drop shapes. So I don't know if maybe these were part of a set or what, but I have 3 pairs of those. And let's see, little flowers, more little butterflies. These mushrooms are cute. Little toadstool mushroom studs. So, and we have these hoops, which they're a bit worn. These may end up in the craft lot. They have good weight. They're fairly heavy. These crosses are kind of pretty. Some just little glass beads. Feathers with rainbow coloring and glitter. And then we have these dyed blue feathers with the gold chain dangles. I did sell some of those at the antique mall, some of these feather ones. Let's see, we have little owls. I get a lot of owl necklaces. So, little set of owl earrings. Those are cute. Let's see, these are just little like plastic balls that sparkle. And then we have these, which are fairly decent, like dangle earrings with the kind of clear green or not clear green, but this milky, opaque green stone to them. This is a cuff. So this one has a little stud, then a little cuff part comes up on the side of your ear, and it has a little pink toadstool. That's cute. This one has a cuff, and then it just has this kind of purple crystal point that dangles. I bet that's just glass. It doesn't look like it's an actual piece of amethyst or anything. And lastly, we have these bugle beads. Those are the kind of straight, little different than seed beads. Kind of have the straight edge, but they're small and they're glass like seed beads. So we have a pair of those. Those might need to hang until they straighten out a bit. I don't know. But okay, so those are all the paired earrings. Let me bring over the rest of the parts from that lot and we can have a look. All right, so these are all the little bits and pieces from that lot. So we have a lot of single earrings. So a good number. Unfortunately, I didn't find this one, which I thought was a really cool little enamel kind of hummingbird. So that's really cute. I don't know. I'll probably just throw that in my single earring pile. Same with this one, which has a little cat, little enamel shape. So sadly, I didn't find those, and I'm very sad I did not find the other one of these. This is very interesting. It is not marked. It looks like silver. I am like sure this is silver by looking at it, and I will test it. And that's a nice little chunk of turquoise. But strangely, it is slightly magnetic. Now, sometimes things that are silver will be magnetic, like I showed before. If you have a spring in the ring, sometimes you'll have a silver alloy that has enough ferrous metal in it to seem magnetic. I am guessing, based on how this reacts to the magnet, the reason this is reacting is most likely that beneath the stone, the jeweler used a spacer under the stone. A lot of times they will put a spacer under the stone if it's not even, or if they need it to sit up a little higher. Oftentimes it will be sawdust. I like to use cork, like I have a sheet of cork, or I'll use little pieces of felt. Sometimes I've opened these up and I've seen like paper or cardboard in them. I am guessing that there is a piece of ferrous metal behind this stone, because it's like the stone is the magnetic part. Like if I do the edge, it's not magnetic. But if I do toward the middle where the stone is, it is. So there are reasons a magnet might be attracted to a piece that is silver. So that's interesting. Like I said, I will test that. It's a gorgeous little earring, so I'll probably just hang on to it. I could try and make it into a pendant or something, but I do have another bag from this location, so maybe I'll find a mate for one of these. We'll see. But for the most part, any that look like silver, like this might be silver or something, I might test them if they're marked, or if they look like they might be a precious metal. Most of these will end up in the craft lot, however. There wasn't really that much, these were all the single earrings, but there was a little bit of what I call detritus. Not that much. I think this is one of those little wine charms. I mean, I guess you could put that through your ear. I don't think I'd want to. Little earring parts, part of a Lego keychain. I am not sure. I think this is some kind of body jewelry or something. A little spring. I might be able to use that on that necklace, though. Let's see. Now that's just a single part of a Claire's necklace. I'm guessing this was an earring that's busted. Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, and some cords. I might repurpose these and use these and make something out of them. That one's kind of dirty. It'll probably go. But for the most part, these are all the little extras. So, okay, so I'm going to test the pieces that need testing. And I will get back to you with the results. And we will see, what I found precious metal-wise. And maybe do a little research on a couple pieces and let you know. All right, I'll see you in a few. All right, so I have done some testing and researched these a little more. Okay, so everything on this side does not have any precious metal. So I thought some of these little elements might have, you know, some silver or gold in them, but these ones test negative. None of them are marked, so none of them are particularly deceptive. I mean, this does have the S on it, so I'm not sure what the S, that could just be a maker's mark anyway. It does look a lot like silver, but it tests not as silver. So, okay. So this is also not silver. This is a very nice, probably Czechoslovakian glass cabochon though. And it's definitely an older setting. I will probably hang on to this. And I didn't really show you this before. This is just a little pin. It was hanging out with a single earring, so it didn't make it into the pin, you know, lot that I showed. Okay, and this is a Sarah Coventry, I believe it's called Navette, this set. It's a little dingy. I will clean this up, and this will definitely be listed for sale online. Now this, I wasn't able to find a good match online. I saw some that were similar. I'm almost under the impression that maybe somebody made this, taking these pieces and linking them together, because it does have these little Mickey Mouse beads, and I can't find anything like Disney that looks like this. So maybe someone added those beads or put it on, you know, a new chain and put those beads on. It's a pretty necklace though, so I'll definitely be selling that one online as well. Okay, so these things all are silver. So we have this earring, which does test silver. Even though it showed those magnetic qualities, I do believe there's probably a ferrous piece of metal behind that turquoise. I'm probably just gonna hang on to this. I don't know if I'm gonna try and make something from it. I just really like it. So and these are glass faux pearls, and this is marked silver and does test as silver, so that's a nicer set. I'll probably put that up online. And this, much to my pleasant surprise, even though it has 0 marks on it, it is silver. It does test as silver. It looked like a very high quantity of silver, so this may even be a little higher than sterling. This may be fine, or a 950 or something, but it was very bright blue in the acid. But yeah, this is a nice, fairly thick silver bangle. So I am not sure if I will keep this or maybe put it up at the antique mall or online. I'm not sure. It's just a nice chunk of silver right now. I may just put it in my hoard of silver. And then this chain, this is a nice silver chain, about 22 inches long. I did link it back on, so it is fixed now. So that's a nice chain. I'll either pair that with something. I may use this and gift it to someone if I'm giving someone a silver pendant or selling a silver pendant. I'll probably pair that with something. This was silver. This is just a cute earring. Unfortunately, there's only one. This also is silver, but again, there's only one, so those will probably either be scrapped. I may do something like, because this is a nice little piece here, I may use that and make a necklace, or, you know, use it in some construction of my own. And of course, this is silver. The stones are not diamonds, unfortunately. They are just little CZs. I did test them to be sure. But that is a very cute silver necklace. I'll probably put that up online with Christmas coming, because it is September here. That is a nice kind of holiday item. So that's a really cute, petite, little sterling silver pendant. This has silver, you know, findings here. It has a tag that says MV. I'm not sure what MV was. I really didn't find a compelling match for that online. These are just glass and agate beads. So that is the testing results. Let me pull together a few of my favorite pieces from this lot, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this bag. All right, so I've pulled a few of the pieces from that lot that I like, or that are more interesting. So what did I think of this bag overall? I'd probably rate it a C, maybe a C minus. It was okay. I found a little bit of silver, gold-filled piece. a couple of designer pieces. We have this Anne Klein, we have this Sarah Coventry, we have this Michael Kors bracelet. So I'll definitely be able to list those online and recuperate some of the money I spent on this bag. And there were a lot of other, you know, non-designer, you know, not Maker Mark pieces that are really pretty and nice, and that I'll list those online too. And you know, you can sell a lot of things even if they don't necessarily have a brand name online. Like I said, this, I would call it probably a C. It was good, not great. I did not find any real gold. I only found a little bit of silver. There were some pretty pieces. Probably not a lot I'm gonna keep. I'm probably just gonna keep this pin because I think it's neat and old. This earring because I like the turquoise, and I'll probably keep this at least for a while because it's a nice chunk of silver. Otherwise, most of these things I will either sell online or I will put into a craft lot. But for the most part, it was okay, and it was a lot of fun to go through. I hope you had fun watching this. Please check out the links for my auctions in the description. These may or may not be listed online yet. It's just depending when you're watching this. It'll probably be at least a week or two until I get any of these online. But maybe you're watching this when these have all been posted in 2 months. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this was informative and entertaining. Thank you.